It's a Thursday, and you know what that means. A brand new episode of My.Any Cars with me, your favorite passenger princess, Diana Master. Now today, we're getting our hands dirty. Well, not mine, but we're getting our hands dirty because we are actually in a workshop. We're at Recon Auto, and we are actually going to be seeing how your car comes in and it leaves. We're going to see everything from the priming to the spray painting, everything from start to finish. I'm actually going to be joined by Marius, who is the general manager here at Recon Auto, and he's going to be walking us through step by step. Stick around, more My.Any Cars coming up, but first we get into our motoring news.
It is said all over the world that we have one of the best road infrastructure in the world, but that doesn't count if we as the road users does not give our part and do what is expected from us, to be patient, drive careful, stick to the speed limits, make sure that your vehicle is in a roadworthy condition, and please avoid driving whilst under the influence of alcohol.
And now getting into our motoring news, the new Mercedes-Benz GLA and GLB SUVs touched down in South Africa. Merck's two smallest SUVs, the GLA and GLB, have been given a nip and tuck for 2024. The pair are now available in South Africa with the Mercedes GLA 200 Patrol model kicking things off at 914,950 Rand and the GLA 200D topping the two-model range at 950,850 Rand. The larger and boxier Mercedes GLB is available exclusively in 220D guise, priced at 1,116,100 Rand with 5 seats and 1,133,700 with the optional 7-seat configuration. Both SUV models feature exterior design upgrades as well as new cabin technology and an extended range of standard equipment. On the visual front, the GLA and GLB gain a new grille design with vertical louvers and a horizontal fin, as well as a redesigned front bumper with visual under-ride protection. Furthermore, the standard LED high-performance headlights have a new signature, and finally, Mercedes has added 4 additional optional wheel designs and a new exterior color called Spectral Blue. Even the most basic GLA or GLB rolls on 18-inch twin-spoke alloy wheels, but 19 and 20-inch rims are available options too. So what's new inside? Mercedes says it has significantly upgraded the interior of both SUV models, with the central focus being a freestanding double screen. The standard configuration is a 10.25-inch central infotainment screen combined with a 7-inch digital instrument cluster, but buyers can upsize the latter to 10.25 inches too. Mercedes says the two screens offer a holistic high-tech experience and enhance the open plan architecture. The upgraded models feature the latest generation MBUX interface with newly designed display styles that allow owners to toggle between themes like classic, sporty, and discreet, with the latter reducing displays to essential content. Furthermore, the telematics system receives a new design and improved performance for the 2024 upgrade, while Apple CarPlay and Android Auto can now be accessed wirelessly. An additional USB-C port has also been added. The upgraded range of standard equipment in the GLA and GLB includes the aforementioned LED headlights, as well as a leather steering wheel, comfort seats in Artico and fabric upholstery, high beam assist, reverse camera, and the USB package. Furthermore, those buying the GLA 200 will receive the AMG line package as well as a panoramic sunroof as part of the purchase price. As a reminder, the GLA 200 is powered by a 1.3-liter mild hybrid petrol engine that produces 120 kilowatts plus 10 kilowatts power boost and 270 Newton meters. The GLA 200D gets its firepower from a 2-liter turbo diesel with 100 kilowatts and 320 Newton meters on command. The GLB 200D 4MATIC all-wheel drive model has an upgraded version of the aforementioned diesel engine, good for 140 kilowatts and 400 Newton meters. All Mercedes-Benz GLA and GLB models are fitted with an 8-speed dual-clutch automated gearbox. Now moving from Mercedes-Benz and getting into Porsche 911 GTS Hybrid ushers in a facelifted Carrera range and South African pricing has been announced. Porsche's long-awaited 911 hybrid sports car has finally been revealed, ushering in a a comprehensive set of updates for the sports car lineup. For now, Porsche is only showing the new 911 GTS-T hybrid, as well as the revised 911 Carrera base model, which also gets an updated, albeit a non-hybridized powertrain. The headline news, of course, is the updated GTS, which features a brand new 3.6-liter flat-six engine paired with an electrically assisted turbocharger and a compact electric motor. Its total system output now stands at 398 kilowatts, which is 45 kilowatts more than the previous GTS. On its own, the combustion engine is good for 357 kilowatts, but the electric motor that's integrated into the revised 8-speed dual-clutch transmission provides an additional boost of 40 kilowatts and 150 newton meters. The twin turbochargers of the previous GTS have made way for a single exhaust-driven blower, which is also assisted by another compact electric motor that brings it up to speed with minimal lag. Both electric motor pairs with a lightweight, high-voltage battery, while another powers a 12-volt onboard electrical system such as the air conditioner. This complex new hybrid system appears to have shaved off just 0.3 liters per 100 kilometers off the official fuel consumption figure, keeping in mind that the GTS has gained 50 kilograms, but acceleration has improved immensely, with Porsche now claiming a 0 to 100 km per hour time of 3 seconds flat, which is 0.4 seconds fewer than before. The 911 Carrera base model retains the current 3-liter twin-turbo engine format, but inherits upgraded turbos from the previous GTS model and an intercooler from the turbo. As a result, it now offers 290 kilowatts and 450 newton meters, up from 283 kilowatts, and it now accelerates to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.9 seconds when the Sport Chrono package is fitted. Now we take a look at the revised exterior, chassis, and cabin. The new 911 also gains aerodynamically targeted exterior design revisions, although in typical Porsche fashion, the evolution is subtle. Most notable are the 5 vertical active cooling air flaps on either side of the bumper. Buyers can also opt for new HD matrix LED lights with over 32,000 light points. Furthermore, Porsche has comprehensively revised the suspension of the GTS, which now also comes with the rear axle steering as standard. The cabin of both models has been revised, now including a fully digital curved instrument cluster and a start button for the first time. The 10.9-inch central infotainment screen remains as before, but its operation and connectivity have been significantly improved, Porsche says, particularly when it comes to customizing the driving modes and driver assistance systems. Now let's take a look at the BMW concept Skytop, which shows brand is still capable of creating alluring cars. In recent years, BMW has been accused of producing cars that are somewhat less than attractive. The M4, XM, and 7 Series are perhaps the most spoken about examples of BMW designs that have proved controversial. The BMW brand's design boss Domagoj Dukic has been forced to defend his designs on numerous occasions, and even the company's CEO Olivier Zipse has stepped in, stating that future-oriented design cannot come without controversy. But the new BMW concept Skytop, revealed at this year's Concorso d'Eleganza Villa d'Este at Lake Como, seems to be an exception to the rule. Many internet commentators are hailing it as the best-looking BMW in the past 10 years. BMW's group design head is even comparing it with some legendary sports cars of yesteryear. The BMW concept Skytop is a truly unique and exotic design in the tradition of the Concorso d'Eleganza Villa d'Este, said Adrian van Hooijdonk. It offers a combination of driving dynamics and elegance at the highest level, comparable to its historic ancestors like the BMW Z8 or BMW 503. It remains to be seen whether this concept represents a change in design direction for the Bavarian brand, but UK publication Autocar says BMW is keen on producing a 2-seat Grand Tourer similar to this as early as 2025 if responses to the show car are positive enough. BMW hasn't released exact specifications for the one-off concept just yet, but says it is fitted with the most powerful version of the company's 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8. This engine currently produces up to 460 kilowatts in non-hybridized form. BMW describes the exterior of its new concept Skytop as being clean as well as taut and muscular. Unusually for a BMW, it features a target top complete with a fixed rollover bar, retractable rear window, and 2 removable roof parts that can be stored in a special compartment in the boot. As for aesthetics up front, the car's headlights have the slimmest profile currently available for a production car, and they flank a large illuminated horizontal kidney grille. The concept's color scheme was created by a master painter at BMW's Dingolfing plant. It boasts a seamless color transition from its interior to exterior, whether the roof is open or closed. For instance, the rear section's reddish-brown roof smoothly blends into the exterior's muted silver with a chrome shadow effect. Inside, Broke-style leather surfaces aim to impart a feeling of luxury, while artfully embedded crystal applications add to the sense of sophistication. These high-quality interior surfaces were crafted in the traditional saddlery at the Dingolfing plant. And now closing off our motoring news, back to Mercedes as it launches its first electric truck range in South Africa. In a bold electric move, Daimler Truck South Africa has announced its first fully battery electric range of trucks. The Mercedes-Benz e-Actros 300 4x2 and 6x2 rigid, along with the truck tractor variant and the e-Actros 400 6x2 rigid and e-Canter range, focus on zero-emission light and heavy-duty distribution applications that form part of Daimler Global's 100% CO2 neutral trucks and buses by 2050 goal. They have also announced strategic plans for the Fuso e-Canter range that entails a rollout of collaborative trials with customers with a 6-unit portfolio for a 3-month trial period for in-city distribution. The objective is to use the trials to establish performance and infrastructure needed to run battery electric trucks. Started in 2020, the project paves the way for electric truck homologation in the country and will be available for sale on operating lease after the trials. The launch of the e-Actros and the e-Canter in South Africa is a massive feat for us. While we know that to reach our ultimate goal of offering 100% CO2 neutral products by 2050 will require various zero-emission technologies, this launch represents the vital first step for us in building a sustainable future for transportation. We look forward to customer feedback to better support them as we tread new ground. Maretha Gerber, President and Group CEO of Daimler Truck Southern Africa, was quoted as saying, "The e-Actros 300 has 3 lithium-ion battery packs with a battery capacity of 336 kilowatt-hours and offers a travel range of up to 330 kilometers. It charges its batteries from 20% to 80% at 160 kilowatts in just 1 hour and 15 minutes. The e-Actros 400 is equipped with 400 lithium-ion battery packs with a battery capacity of 448 kilowatt-hours and offers travel range of up to 400 kilometers and charges its batteries from 20% to 80% at 160 kilowatts in just 1 hour and 40 minutes. Both are driven by a drive unit consisting of a rigid electric axle with 2 integrated liquid-cooled electric motors and a 2-speed transmission that delivers a continuous output of 330 kilowatts and a peak output of 400 kilowatts. And that is it for our motoring news, but that's not it for the show. We have more My.NA cars coming up after the break.
To check your car's oil level, park on a flat surface, turn off the engine and locate the oil dipstick under the bonnet. Pull it out, wipe it clean, reinsert it and check the oil level between the marked indicators. Ensure the color is amber or brown and that the consistency is smooth. Add oil if needed using the recommended types specified in your owner's manual. Regular checks contribute to engine health and longevity.
I am joined today by Marius, who is the general manager here at Recon Auto. How are you doing?
Fine, yourself.
I'm doing great. All right, so start us off by telling us a little more about Recon Auto.
Okay, Recon Auto is not your typical standard panel beating shop. We are just more than that. We try to do an all-in-one shop where we do everything from your front bumper to your rear bumper, from your roof to your tires.
So it's basically a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop, everything
Okay.
that you can have here.
Okay, and you are going to be walking us through everything that you do here step by step.
Yeah, I will show you guys what is what and what's going on here.
Okay, and how long have you been in business?
We've been in this site. It's been about a year and a half now.
Okay.
Totally, we've been in business for almost just over the 3 years as owners of Recon Auto. But the business was established about 7 years ago.
I see.
The
Okay.
company Recon Auto.
Okay. So do you have any other branches or is it just this one in Windhoek?
Just this one in Windhoek for now. We are thinking of expanding But for now, we're just concentrating to get this properly running and making this a big name in Windhoek, and then we will start building up.
I see. Okay, so what have some of the challenges that you faced been? Because of course, like before you expand elsewhere, you need to, of course, have everything down in stone so that, you know, once you start opening up other branches,
It's your name.
easier.
I think the most important thing is your name. I mean, panel beating is such a business that you go to people you trust, because you don't trust anybody with your car. So it's basically just building up a name that we do proper business at a reasonable price.
I see.
And service.
Would you say that's your standout point? That's what makes you different from everybody else?
We try to specialize on good service for a good price and building a relationship with our clients.
I see.
Not just one car and bang you out of the door. I want to do your car and your mother's and your father's and your daughters and your uncles.
Yes.
The whole family must come to us.
I see. All right. So, Maria, so we are going to be walking around and you're going to be taking us through everything. So we're definitely excited. But
sure.
First, we take a quick ad break and get into that when we come back.
When wearing a seatbelt, pull it across your chest and lap, buckle securely and ensure it sits low on your hips and snug across your chest and shoulder. Adjust for comfort, avoid twists, and never place the belt behind your back. Use appropriate restraints for children. Ensure everyone wears a seatbelt with every ride and regularly check for wear or damage. Proper seatbelt use is essential for maximum protection in case of a collision.
So what they're doing here with this Corolla now, they're fitting all the new parts to check, to see if everything aligns up properly. If it's the correct part, if there's not dents in the body itself that still needs to repair. Once that's done, it goes to prime. Once it's primed, it basically looks like the one you're seeing now. This one has been already primed. It needs to be sanded down now and to prepare the final step for paint. This one has already been primed. The reddish marks that you see it's a application that we apply to close up all the small imperfections before we paint it. Otherwise, the small imperfections will show once the painting process are done. So basically what we do here, this is the whole spray painting process. They've already sprayed the side of the vehicle because there was extensive damages on the front door which they had to remove. Then they repaired the rest and now they sprayed it over here. The other door is standing in the other spray booth. Basically we're just waiting for it to dry and then the polishing process will begin. Once it's been sprayed, it comes into this station where the guys, they sand it down again with a very fine sanding paper with water, and then they polish the whole car to bring out that shine, that mirror-like finish. Now, this is just this mixing room where we mix our paint ourselves. It's quite an intricate process. I mean, you can see there's a lot of paint colors and different colors staining here. Luckily, we've got a computer with a scale and technology that assists with making the color perfect before we apply it. Over here, they're just assembling now this vehicle, replacing all the old rubbers with new ones, putting the locks back, windows back, all that, to finalize just before we get it washed and cleaned. And over here is just an idea. It's a small part of the accessories. The whole spec of accessories we have got available is just that big that you can't just display everything. This is just some of the items that we do.
Regularly check your vehicle's headlights for damage, dimness, and proper alignment. Test both high and low beams and keep the headlights clean. Replace bulbs as needed following your vehicle's manual. If issues persist, consult a professional for a thorough inspection. Maintaining optimal headlight performance ensures safe driving, especially at night.
Debate is rife among Formula One fans currently as to whether or not the Monaco Grand Prix should remain on the Formula One calendar. It is somewhat unofficially accepted that the Monaco Grand Prix thus far has remained on the calendar because of its history with Formula One. The Monaco Grand Prix has been on the Formula One calendar since the very first season of Formula One back in 1950. But a lot of fans find it to be a very, very boring track. Drivers like Lewis Hamilton have also spoken about it, saying that it is very boring, there's very little overtaking opportunities, and this is as a result of how narrow the track is. The cars can barely fit next to each other, if at all, at certain parts of the track, so it's very hard for them to find the opportunity to be next to each other and then overtake one another. So, for the first time ever in Formula One history, the top 10 positions have ended exactly as they started. The former record was the top 6. There were 3 separate occasions where this happened, but it is now the top 10. But for the first time ever, and this is a point which fans are very, very happy about. For the first time ever, Charles Leclerc has won his home race. Charles Leclerc, born and raised in Monaco, he's a Monegasque citizen, which is quite rare. Even if you are born in Monaco, it's not likely, or it's not a given that you'll have Monegasque citizenship. So Charles Leclerc, born and bred Monegasque citizen, has won the Monaco Grand Prix for the first time ever. So fans in the past couple of years have said that Charles Leclerc is somewhat cursed when it comes to his home race, and it was named the Monaco Curse. And this curse is said to have impeded Charles Leclerc's races even as far back as his F2 days in Monaco. So finally, the Monaco Curse is broken, and everybody is happy with Charles Leclerc for a home win. Charles Leclerc, obviously a very, very proud Monegasque citizen and very proudly representing Monaco where he goes. So Formula One is now, after we have off this weekend, next weekend we are looking forward to the Canadian Grand Prix at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, which has an interesting feature for fans to look out for. This feature comes out of, as you come out of turn 14, you'll find what's called the Wall of Champions. And it received that name after the 1999 Canadian Grand Prix, after it ended the race of 3 world champions. So because of the angle and the speed that drivers have to carry through that wall, or tend to carry through that corner, there's a high likelihood that they will end up in the wall and just plain smacking into it. So that's something for drivers to be careful of, and something for fans to look out for at the Canadian Grand Prix in 2 weeks.
To check tire pressure, park on a flat surface, remove valve caps and use a pressure gauge on the valve stems. Compare the reading to the recommended pressure in your owner's manual. Adjust as needed with an air compressor. Replace your valve caps and repeat on all your tires. This simple process takes about 30 seconds per tire and helps ensure proper inflation for fuel efficiency and safety.
Well, all's well that ends well. We learned so much in today's episode of My.NA Cars. Thank you so much for spending the last 30 minutes with me, your favorite passenger princess, Diana Master. You can catch My.NA Cars every Thursday, DStv channel 285, GOtv channel 25. And this episode was proudly brought to you by enjoy.my.na. Stick around. We'll be right back next week, same time, same place. Until then, it's ciao.